What's up, everybody? I've been basically going live, spending a week trying to introduce myself. I've been sick the whole week, though. It's been kind of sucky, but I'm starting to get better. The stages of rhinitis is starts in your eyes and your nose, goes down to your throat, and it winds up in your chest. It's heading towards my chest. So I always let it cycle. It always happens this time of year. I'm walking downtown Columbus, Ohio. I am Michael. Channel is Detail in the Shadow if you're new here. I did a lot of work in just showing what type of firearms that I use. So if you don't like that, I guess I don't like telling anybody to leave, and I won't tell anybody to leave, but that's something you don't like. We will be dealing with that here sooner or later. But I'm really kind of pivoting to an adventure channel because that's what I wanted to do all along. And I am gearing up. I got about one more week, like just for now, just introducing myself here. And we're gonna gear up. We're gonna head westward. Let's see, that way is west. Where at exactly, I don't know, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Let's see, what else about me? I have a fine arts. What's up, Jeffrey? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I have a fine arts degree from the Ohio State. I've been playing instruments since I was 8 years old. I've always considered myself an artist. I've always been an adventurer. I went on a big grand adventure way back in 2015. And now, about 10 years later, we're gonna do it all over again. So, I'm just doing these lives to introduce myself. And if you'd like to join, go ahead and subscribe. I could use all the support I can get. Let's see. Right here, downtown Columbus. So we're gonna use that as a backdrop. So go ahead and sub up, and I'm gonna take a break here. Let me set up real quick. And we will use good old Columbus, Ohio as a backdrop. Yeah, don't be like Jeffrey. You know, you'll never say those things to my face. So don't do that. But anyway, we ain't gonna focus on that. Like I said, I'm just here introducing myself. I am get ready to go on another adventure. If you here, let me know where you're at. I'm right here, downtown Columbus. Not hard to find. And we are about to go to the Great American Southwest. Where at exactly, I don't know. But we'll find somewhere when we get there. I am not sure how I'm gonna get out there. I wanted to take a bus because if I took a bus, I could easily document the whole thing. But I just might have to drive because the bus has a um, zero firearm policy, and I'm taking my 1911. Where am I? This right here. Let's see, yeah, downtown Columbus, Ohio. Downtown Columbus, Ohio. Capital City. Anybody else from Ohio in here? These lives really don't have no point but to introduce myself once we head out, then the lies will have more of a point. Just now, I'm just introducing myself. Like I said, I'm Michael. This channel is Detail in the Shadow. Yeah, well, I don't know exactly. I don't know if anything after all that polyvinyl chloride, well, it was just vinyl chloride at the time, was spilled off that train in East Palestine. I don't know if it was really any effect here, to be honest. But yeah, that's one of the ingredients to make PVC, polyvinyl chloride. You know, most people know PVC is piping, or actually drainage. Whatever you want, whatever semantic you want to use. So I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully everybody in East Palestine gets their justice and gets everything back together. Yo, Roblox guy, yeah, I've been on. Just different times. I decided to do change up the time. Different people in a different world. I'm down here at the Audubon Park in downtown Columbus, Ohio. Got the sun right in my eyes, that's why I'm squinting. Just getting over getting sick. And the plans are still going on, man. Oh yeah, yeah, well, there was a similar situation here, kind of similar. There was a Georgia Pacific plant that was poisoning the neighborhood that my mother grew up in, and the cancer rate is 80% there. So they had independent testers come, and it proved that that Georgia Pacific plant was poisoning that neighborhood. So if they tell you to come back the next day like it's safe, I would not believe them. Yeah, yeah, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. All those chemicals wasted. And then you don't hear much about it. So it gets dusted up underneath the rug, you know. So like I said, I hope everybody gets their justice, because that Georgia Pacific plant, it actually exploded. That's what caused all that investigation, because it had been going on for years. But basically, I'm going to pivot. Like I said, I have over 1,000 videos. I said 800, but I was wrong. It's actually 1,000. And they're mainly dealing with firearms. I am not a firearm instructor. It was mainly for entertainment purposes, just to show you what I do. But I'm going to take a pivot because every time something happens in the news, um, you know, you get shadow banned and things of that nature. You take your time making a video and it gets, 2 or 3 views because it gets suppressed. Anything with a AR-15, it really gets suppressed unless you have a huge audience, and that's one thing I'm in the process of building is an audience. It's one reason why I'm doing these lives out here, just trying to get to know everybody and try to get everybody to know me. That way, like I said, I got about a week left and then we're taking off, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. The last time I did this, I shoved off. I hit, there's a freeway right there, literally right there. Let me show you. See that right there? That's a freeway or expressway, depends on where you come from. And that is I-70. I hit up I-70 westbound with no map, and that freeway right there goes all the way to southern Utah. Yo, thanks, Trippy Gun. Thanks for rocking with me. Subscribe, like I said. Please join me on this journey. That's the main thing. If you come and hang out with me for a few minutes during this live, that's great. But I want you to join me on that journey. I appreciate it. Go get that coffee, man. I'll see you in a bit. But you could take this freeway right here. Oh, where's it at? Oop, 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 oop. There we go. That freeway right there that goes through downtown Columbus, Ohio, all the way to southern Utah. And then you can hit up the I-15, and you're gonna go through southern Utah, go through Arizona a little bit. And then next thing you know, you'll be in Las Vegas, and that's where I stopped. And I had a big journey, big adventure out there. So that's what I might do again. But I wanted to take the Greyhound, but they have a 0 tolerance for firearms, so I want to take my 1911 with me, so we're gonna have to find some other means. I was actually wishing the Greyhound would go to Alaska. Time is it? It is 12:34. 12:34 Eastern Standard Time. So, let's see. From that freeway right there, right there. Here we go, right there. The next state over is Indiana. And then you will hit up a little bit of Illinois. Oh, 9:35 here. Oh, you must be, are you west? You must be west of me. 3 hours back. 3 hours behind. Yeah, you're definitely west. You go through a little bit of Illinois, and then you go through Missouri, Kansas, and then you get to Colorado. Then it gets really fun. I'm telling you, I say this over and over and over again. Oh, Chino, Arizona. Hey, yo, I want to hit up Arizona too. I drove through Arizona. Like I said, once you, have you ever been on the I-15? It goes through Arizona just a little bit. Oh, Chandler. My aunt and my late uncle, they lived in Arizona. I gotta get over my fear of scorpions, man. I really do. I'm not really a scary person, but that little scorpion puts fear in me. My aunt told me a story how she got, a scorpion was hiding out in her bed, stung her in the leg. She said that was one of the worst pains she's ever had, so. Riding through the Colorado Rockies, if you ever get a chance to ride through the Rockies, take it. And I mean, like, actually drive yourself. It's really fun. I mean, it's like You're going down an 8% downgrade. You're doing about 85 miles an hour and your foot's not even touching the gas. You're basically just coasting at 85. Yeah, I got a couple hippie friends. They talk about Sedona, Arizona. I'm pretty sure you heard about that. They go there a lot. And La Posta North in Quartzsite, Arizona. Oh yeah, when I drove through Colorado, I was way in a slow lane, and people in big trucks were just passing by me like it was nothing. Yes, the Great American West, I love it. I stopped in Aurora, Colorado. Um, then I rode through Denver, and I didn't want to pay for their prices of hotels. So I kept going, and I ended up in Dillon, Colorado. If you ever heard of Dillon, Colorado. And they had one room left, so I was lucky enough to get that. Then I spent an extra day. I could have went from Dillon to Las Vegas, but I spent an extra day resting in Grand Junction, Colorado. Yeah, this is a public park. This is a public park. There's a lot of parks and recs here in Columbus, Ohio. Actually, a great city to live in. We are the 12th largest in the nation because for the last 4 years, everybody decided to move here. South Park, Colorado. Yeah, the last time I went on this adventure, it lasted about 2 years, so I'm not sure how long this one will last. So, like I said, join me. I'm getting a little sunburn, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. It is about 80 degrees here on October the 4th. My name is Michael. This channel is Detail in the Shadow. Go ahead and sub up. I'm preparing for a big adventure, and I want to take everybody with me. And I'll see you on the next live. Thank you.